Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's time for another great Mr. Poestyle video, and it's time for another Atari video. Atari 2600, Atari VCS, whatever you want to call it. And today I'm going to talk about XONOX, the double ender carts. You see that? Double ender. Do you remember the first time you ever saw a double ender? No, not the one in your mom's nightstand. No, not the one in your dad's nightstand either. I'm talking about double ender video game cartridge. Right there. Two ends. There are two games in this thing, one on each side. Don't you love your mom jokes? Those are totally middle school, man, and I still love them to this day. You don't hear your dad jokes. You never really did, you know, but your mom jokes, most definitely. But, yeah, XONOX. XONOX. Now, that's a palindrome, which means the word is spelled the same way forward and backward, like poop. P-O-O-P. X-O-N-O-X. XONOX. Poop.
Oh, we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Which is kind of what these games are like sometimes, but they're cool to have in the collection. Now, they're a company that came out in 1983, I do believe it was, and we're talking about the North American great video game crashes right in that time, and I think they only lasted about a year or so. But their parent company was K-Tel, and if you don't remember, K-Tel sold everything in the commercials on TV. They had a lot of music compilation records and stuff like that that you could buy, you know, so they sold those kind of things, or in catalogs. And I believe originally these were sold only that way, and then they were in stores eventually, I believe. I'm not positive on that. But, yeah, and the Vegematic.
Introducing Popeil's amazing Vegematic 2. New improved cutting rings make food cutting easier than ever. Saves you time by slicing whole potatoes in only one stroke. Turns whole onions into zesty thin slices for delicious hamburgers. Slices mushrooms, tasty juliennes from sliced carrots. Turn the dial, slices are automatically thicker. Dial from slice to dice, fast, easy, and sliced onions become diced by the panful. Dice carrots. One stroke dices celery. Over 11 million original Vegematics sold. They must be good. Vegematic 2 now available at only $9.95. Imagine Vegematic 2 also can slice a whole, firm, unripened tomato in just one stroke. Or make everybody's favorite, golden French fries. Hundreds in just minutes. Popeil's improved Vegematic 2, a great gift idea. Only $9.95.
They were famous for the Vegematic, which I remember my mom having a Vegematic. She probably still has it to this day. I'll have to ask her. But, yeah, K-Tel was famous for that kind of thing. But they made these cartridges that had a game on each side, which was pretty cool. But they weren't the original ones that did that. That was Play Around. The company named Play Around, and they were makers of adult video games for the Atari 2600, which you've probably heard of, like Bachelor Party and Beat 'em and Eat 'em and stuff. They had original double enders. They were the ones that coined that phrase. Get it? Double ender. I don't have any of those, by the way. I don't have any of the adult ones. But I do have two of these. I think that's all I have in my collection are two of these. So I figured I would do that for my Atari video this week. And the one I'm going to play, double ender, is Artillery Duel and Chuck Norris. And then the next one I'll play is the other one that I own, and that's Spike's Peak and Ghost Manor. So there you go. You can see the PCB on each side of these. We got a game on each side. So we're going to play Artillery Duel and Chuck Norris SuperKicks on this one first, and we'll get to the other one at a later date. But yeah, XONOX, they made games for the Atari 2600, the Colecovision, the Commodore 64, and the VIC-20, and eventually they sold them as single cartridges too, so you could get them as a single cartridge. They had like Robin Hood and stuff like that as well. You could get in just a single cartridge later on. But these were cool. for the collection just for this reason. And I got them, I don't even know, 6 years ago or so, and tried them out when I first got them. So this will be the first time playing since then. This will be the first time sucking since then. First time sucking at it for you. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say about that. No. It's XONOX. XONOX. Kind of a double enter type of deal, right? Spelled, it's a palindrome, spelled the same. There you go. Forward and back. You got a game on each side. So without further ado, let's get to the gameplay here. And we'll see what these games are all about. No, well, before I do that, yeah, these are mix and match too, the way they made these. They didn't all come with just these two games are on this cartridge. They mix and match. So you might have like a Spike's Peak with a Chuck Norris, or a Ghost Manor with Artillery Duel, or something like that. Were different ones like that. That was a mix and match. And then, like I said before, the single carts later on that came out. So here we go. Let's get to some gameplay immediately!
XONOX is here, the world's first double ender. 2 separate video games in one cartridge. On one end, Ghost Manor awaits. Battle the axe-wielding mummy, evil spirits, deadly moving walls. Challenge 5 game screens. On the other end, conquer Spike's Peak. Fight off bears, diving eagles, abominable snowmen, and equally awesome game, super sound effects, tough action, excellent graphics, 5 different screens. XONOX Double Ender, Ghost Manor, and Spike's Peak. Twice the fun for the price of one. In stores now.
XONOX is here, the world's first double ender. Twice the fun for the price of one. 2 different video games in one cartridge. On one end, Ghost Manor awaits. Tag the spook, shoot down evil spirits, don't let the moving wall crush you. 5 scary screens. That's just one end. On the other end, challenge Spike's Peak. Super sound effects, great graphics, 5 more screens. XONOX double enders, so exciting you'll have to try them. Ghost Manor one end, Spike's Peak the other.
Alright, first up we'll do Artillery Duel. Artillery Duel. This is a 2-player game. I'm the only one here, so just gonna play by myself. Play with myself. Play with my joystick. Setting up the randomizer. We're randomizing. Okay, me. And there's also me. And I have to figure out. You only have a limited time here. Take the shot. Way too much. Way too much. And it's out of the park, folks. I really don't know what the heck I'm doing. Got 3 choices there. Got the wind. Got our pitch. I'm guessing. You only have so many seconds to pick what you're going to do here. Oh, so close. Yeah. This would be a lot of fun with 2 players, I think. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. compromising. All right then. All right then. Nope. Close. I should have looked up the instructions first. But, yeah. There we go. Nice. Tied it up, baby. Tied it up. I'm beating myself. Oh, wait, no. I'm tied with myself. Here come the troops. Here come the troops. Yeah! Yeah! Okay, let's not spend too much time with that. I win. I win. Let's go flip her around to the other end of the double ender and check out some Chuck Norris SuperKicks. Alright, there's the other end of our double ender, Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. Looks like Johnny from Cobra Kai. Got the blonde hair, not the Chuck hair. I'm terrible at this game. Look, I'm losing time every time any part of you touches the grass. Even your head. And this is where I get my butt kicked. See? Told you. You gotta try to push up to punch or down to kick and push the fire button at the same time. Oh, you can't. You throwing rocks at me, bro? Well, nobody told me we could bring weapons. Oh, my big fat head. Alright, come on. Come on. Don't be throwing rocks at me. No, I wasn't expecting you. Not so quick. Hey! I think this is going to be a very short game. Come here. Shalazoo. Motherfucker. Oh. Kick you. Get the punch off. Yeah, what a cheater! And I fall for it every time. Oh. Well, so that's it. You see, that's it. So we'll just hit the reset button again. And we'll get our butts kicked again. I guess by super kicked, I mean you get your ass super kicked. You know, and this is part of the argument. People want to sit there and say that E.T. was the worst 2600 game ever. You want to say that Pac-Man was the worst 2600 game ever, then you obviously listen to the echo chamber. You've probably never played the 2600. We had so many terrible games, but you know what? We played them. I mean, we played them. Yeah, the crash happened for a reason. Get out of there. There's so many video games coming from different places that were just terrible. I'm sure there's people that love this game. I'm not used to it, so... Really, I kicked him. You guys all saw that. What a cheater. Throwing rocks right off the bat. What? Fucker. Language. What a cheater. Watch. Ah ha ha ha! Now, I do hear later you get another somersault kick or something. I'm never going to make it that far. But just so you know, watch somebody who's good at it. I got my yellow belt. Now, that's the thing in this game. You got to work your way up, and I think you got to get a black belt to finally go into a temple or something of that nature. This guy, he doesn't even have a belt. I got stuck when I was trying to get away from you. Chuck Norris, man. And if I'm Chuck Norris with no belt and then a yellow belt, it must be a very young Chuck Norris. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg! There were no rocks. Sweep the leg. Get me a body bag. Wow. Wow! E.T.'s the worst game and it caused a crash. Not Chuck Norris, it kicked ass. Oh, so dead now. So dead. Alright, one more, and I really mean it because I'm not having a good time. By the time you take your stance... What? Did we kill each other? And by the time you get stopped on where you want to be, and then you hit that up or down plus the fire button, it's like... You're already super kicked. Right in the ass. Rocky. Don't be throwing anything at me. Hey, no headbutting me! You can do this, guys. We're going all the way to the temple in the first run. You ready? Temple time. You stupid jerk, you. Oh, you! Oh! Lean back and strut. Hoorah! Chuck Norris. He was in the Air Force. I was in the Air Force. That means I ought to be good as Chuck. In this game. Alright, yeah. Chuck. Don't give a schmuck. Because he's Chuck. He's got further up to get like he's all aggressive. It's like high on the cocaine. Oh, Texas Ranger. He's high on cocaine. He's got rocks in his pocket. I kicked the guy. You guys all saw it. You're my witnesses. I am suing XONOX. Hooked on XONOX. Hooked on XONOX worked for me. Oh my goodness. There's no time to get ready to kick. You see what I'm saying? I think Double Dragon's better than this. Alright, well that's it. You saw it. It was terrible. I was terrible. Maybe it's a great game. Alright, let's go to the wrap up. I've had enough! XONOX. So there you have it. Those were the double enders, not the ones in your parents' nightstand. By XONOX. And we'll get to this one later, Spike's Peak and Ghost Manor. We'll get to that next time. Right now, this is the one we did, Chuck Norris SuperKicks and Artillery Duel. Artillery Duel is a two-player game. I didn't have a second player with me, so sorry about that. Chuck Norris, very frustrating. And like I mentioned in the video, people always are quick to blame ET, quick to blame Pac-Man Atari 2600 for the crash, but you had a lot of other junk out there. And this might be somebody else's favorite, so I don't mean to offend, and I did hear that there is like a super somersault something or other later on in Chuck Norris, but it's the actually getting to that point. If you're not frustrated way before you get to that point, then you're a very patient person, you're a better person than I. But it's very frustrating. And Artillery Duel, we already saw games like that. I even believe I have one on the Odyssey too that's like that. So they were just kind of like, okay, you're getting 2 games for one, so buy this game. But really they're not top shelf games in my opinion. Or maybe you have the feels for it, the retro feels, the nostalgia for it, but I don't. I didn't even know that these ones existed, and I loved Atari for a long time. But, yeah, I could use a little work, a little tweaking, a little hard to get into when you're getting your butt kicked. I mean, you have to be just right to get rid of those guys, whatever. And Chuck Norris, you know, you push down and the fire button at the same time for kick, push up and the fire button at the same time to punch, and even then it doesn't really pull it off. You know, maybe 10% of the time you're pulling it off. Maybe I'm just terrible at it. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me for another episode, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. I'm very tired. I'm just very tired. I've been working straight through for 500 weeks in a row now, so hopefully we'll see you on another great Mr. Poestyle video next time. And the next Atari one should be Spike's Peak and Ghost Manor by XONOX. We shall see how that pans out. Maybe we'll see how well it does on this video, but until next time, I do appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you on the next video.
Nouveau, 2 jeux vidéo renversants pour le prix d'un seul et sur la même cartouche. Le premier jeu, Spike's Peak. D'abord, tu te bats contre un ours terrifiant. Ensuite, tu dois gravir une falaise périlleuse. Y parviendras-tu? Le deuxième jeu, Ghost Manor, le château hanté, où tu seras accueilli par des fantômes effrayants qui rôdent dans des corridors interminables. C'est le labyrinthe de la terreur. Vraiment génial, Double Under. 2 super jeux sur la même cartouche. Dans la même gamme de jeux, tu as encore 2 autres cartouches renversantes. Double Under, des jeux pour vidéo dingo.
Oh, Nacho. Come here, Nacho. No biting. No bite. Ooh, no biting. Oh, Nacho, stop.